Hello everyone, my name is Jonas Dijkstra and I'm a first year student at the IBS. I'm gonna tell you some things about the new car that's coming to the market this year, the Tesla Model X, as you can see in this picture. I'm gonna talk about the problems of today's electric cars, the size, power, environment safety and tax advantages, and then a conclusion. So first off, I'm going to talk a little bit about the size, because people who are looking to buy electric cars sometimes are held back by the size of the models that are available right now. As you can see, this does not represent every single electric car, but many of them do. They're a little bit small, and people don't like that because electric cars are not cheap, they're pretty expensive actually. The Tesla Model X, for example, what I'm presenting about, is 115,000 euros. That's a lot of money. And it takes a little time before someone can earn and spend that much money. And by the time the most people do have that amount of money to spend, they tend to have families. And if you have a family and you decide to buy a car like that, that's just not practical. And the Tesla looks to solve this problem, and they have that's why they made the Tesla Model X. It's the first fully electric SUV. And it has plenty of size, it can fit up to 7 people. And that solves the problem of the cars being too small. Also, another clever addition to the Tesla Model X is the back doors. They don't open traditionally, they open upwards. I'll show you the previous picture. They open like this, they open upwards, and that is really practical because by opening the doors upwards, it only extends the car's width by 30 centimeters, and it helps parking in crowded spaces. I think we've all had the experience of trying to get out of a car without scratching the car door, so that's also more practical. Now I'm gonna go on to the power. A lot of people who are more car enthusiastic, they ask themselves before buying a car, is this car fun to drive? Can it go fast? Can I turn some heads while driving through the city? Well, the Tesla Model X does have some impressive statistics. It's a four-wheel drive SUV with 260 horsepower for the front wheels and 510 horsepower for the back wheels. It has a top speed of 250 kilometers per hour. It goes from 0 to 100 in 3.8 seconds, and that's comparable to a Porsche 911 or a Mercedes-Benz McLaren Roadster, which are more performance cars. But even though they also look like more sportive cars who can go fast, a Tesla Model X, which is a big car, can go just as fast as that. And another nice thing about the Tesla is you have an action radius of 400 kilometers. That's quite a lot of distance, and it solves another problem that a lot of electric cars have. Is people tend to criticize the electric cars because they have to charge all the time. They have a little action radius, and there are not too many points to charge your car. Well, with an action range of 400 kilometers, you are sure to have plenty of time to find a place to charge your car. Now I'm gonna go on to the environmental, safety and tax advantages part. See, I've been talking all this time about how the Tesla is different from other electric cars. It's better because it's different. Well, it still has the good things about it. It keeps the good things that the electric cars initially were known for. It was known for being environmental, known for being safe, and for having tax advantages, because the government likes it if people would take the environment into consideration when buying a car. So first of all, driving in an electric car in general is good for the environment. If you are someone who cares about the environment a lot, it would be a car for you, because it has no CO2 emission at all. And also it helps solve a problem which is recently coming up more, of the exhaustion of fossil fuels. And also the Tesla Model X is a really safe car. This is important because it is accountable for keeping up to 7 people safe. expert says that when this car releases, it will probably have a 5-star rating on the NHTSA test, which tests highway traffic safety, which is really important for a car that travels a lot with an action radius of 400 kilometers. It even has a biodefense mechanism, maybe a little bit over the top, but still. It makes that the car doesn't allow any harmful bacteria or viruses to get in from the outside via the air. And finally, driving an electric car gives you tax advantages. You don't have to pay motor tax when driving an electric car, which can save you a lot. And following MIA rulings, you can retract 18,000 euros from the purchase price of the car, which means for the Tesla Model X, which initially cost 115,000, the cost price will be reduced to 98,000 euros. So to sum this all up, this car is, the Tesla Model X is so good because it learns from its predecessors and builds upon that. It has a lot of space, it fits up to 7 people. There's an impressive power and statistics with top speed of 250 kilometers per hour and an action radius of 400 kilometers. It's environmental and it's safe. And the last piece of information I'm going to give is the price, which of course comes down to 115,000 euros. With the tax reductions, you can get it for a cost price of 98,000 euros. And critics and people all around have been really hyped up for this car. Critics who have tested this car have given it high ratings, and I'm not surprised. So that's it.